Thanks for joining us for CBS 19 Plus. And today we're going to start to talk about how the heat is affecting everyone just around the Metroplex and over in East Texas. And starting out with what's going on with the wildfires. Now, our forecast fire danger has increased just a slight bit, especially if you go down into parts of deep East Texas. And then, I mean, obviously, as you go further on into the Metroplex in West Texas, where it's a lot drier out there, and they're feeling it, especially with the triple-digit heat that we've been seeing and being in this centered located heat dome that has been really just wearing us with the heat. So right now, most of the deep East Texas, or East Texas in general, is in this moderate fire danger range. And then as you go further north, they're doing a lot better in the low risk category, but further down, like I mentioned, just over here, you see those two pockets with the yellow, and that's for high risk for the forecasted fire danger. So I also wanted to mention the burn bans that we've got going on, and that's over just in Houston County. They were just issued a burn ban, and just look at this, over across the state, and just as you go further down, a lot of places over in the Metroplex and even down further south, they are issued burn bans. So make sure you're monitoring that and keeping your eye on that, especially if you're doing any types of events or things that could be associated with some type of fireworks or just anything like that. Just be mindful because we do have those burn bans in place. But, you know, I'm not going to just give you the bad news. Got to give you some good news, too. We've got rain on the way. So for the next weekend that we're about to see, that's when we could see our first chance for some rain. Now, it won't do anything extremely impactful that'll change the current circumstances we're in with this triple-digit heat, but we will get some slight relief. Some slight relief is what we will see, and just temperatures dying down just a bit. So Saturday and Sunday are our two best chances for some rain. And then let me let you see over here. Next couple of days going into the start of the week, no rain chances, but then we could see a chance for some rain on Wednesday. So it's not going to be as dry as it has been, especially this last week, but thankfully we're going to start to see some relief on the way. So let me walk you through the timeline with our future SKYCAST of when the rain's going to make it. I just started talking as this was rolling through because there's no rain chances for tomorrow and the day after that, but we have some triple digits for sure. So over around Friday, we just have maybe some clouds that'll move through the area, which is always a good thing because it helps us with the heat, thankfully. So if we have some cloud cover, maybe that can cool us down just for a bit before those clouds start to clear out, and then we get some clear skies, clear blue skies, and some sunshine on the way. So right now, that for Friday, it's just going to be some clouds over in the area, but they start to increase as we go into Saturday, because then, like I just mentioned, and you saw for the rain chances, that's when we could see our first chance for some rain. So just around 9 p.m. on Friday, if you do have plans, seems good, seems hot, because it's going to be in the mid-90s by 9 o'clock. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water, hydrating, taking those proper precautions, because we don't want anyone to be affected by heat illnesses, and that's a really big thing this time of year. So just around 4:43, so 4:45 in the morning is probably, especially in the northern parts, northern counties, that's when you're going to start to see some rain. So it'll move through and just clip us north, and even some areas over in Louisiana will start to move east, and they'll get some rain. And then here's a second cluster that'll come through, and that's over in the west. If I can just point your direction over here, it'll start to move eastward, and then that's when some of us could start to see some more rain and some more isolated showers. But we were talking about this in the newsroom today. When we say rain, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a complete washout and everyone's going to receive rain, especially in the summer. We've got to think about this. We're in the summer season now, so any rain that we get is probably going to be isolated and maybe scattered. So not a complete washout, especially if you do have plans throughout the day, but keep your eye on our weather reports just to see when you could get some rain in your area, because it'll start to move through and especially clipping us north. But overall, when we're talking about what's going on for the next couple of days and what we can be expecting, we'll look over in our area. You see we're in this light green shaded portion, and that's about near average possible. It's not the best chance to get a lot of rain, but there is some indication in the future forecast that we can see some rain. And then if we move over, just really the southeastern part of the country isn't getting that much rain. I mean, it's getting something, but not on average, just near average. And then, I mean, we're looking better than what's going on in the northern parts of the country. Look at that, drier than average favored, and that's gonna help, or not really help with their heat conditions as well. But for us, thankfully, maybe we could see some rain. And then over in the west, well, they're getting some above average likely rain possible in the next coming week. So all of us, we're really trying to squeeze the atmosphere to see how much rain we can get. And at this point, we're really in the thick of the summer, so we can't really be expecting too much rain to come our way, but we'll take every droplet we can get, huh? So for the current drought index, I wanted to just point this out because even though, yes, we're not getting rain, yes, we have triple digits, well, look at this. Drought index is not looking bad at all. I mean, over towards the Metroplex where they're a lot warmer than what we are, well, their drought index is starting to really ramp up just a bit with the moderate and severe for the drought indication. But for us, we're staying mostly okay. Some of us over in the dry, over in Nacogdoches, and then right here in Hempville has about a moderate chance. So there's some of us that are starting to see some of the effects of not having as much rain, but overall, we're staying good in East Texas, and that's also something good to see, especially as we go further into the summer and go into August. So look at this rainfall report, what we're at right now. Again, Longview and even Tyler right now, we're seeing better rainfall reports, but Lufkin still just a little bit drier compared to average right now, and we're liking to see the green, but sadly we're not that far above what we should be for average. But hopefully as the summer continues to go through, maybe we could see some rain. There's some signs in the weather pattern that maybe we can start to get more chances for some rain as we go into the next couple of weeks. So we're really keeping our fingers crossed on that for sure, and then hopefully it can help us out with the rain, especially as we go into fall. So what it feels like outside and how our dew points are really comparing to what we feel. Well, we're in this humid range, which right now we were in the unpleasant for a while back, a couple weeks back actually, I was talking about it. But now our air is starting to dry out, and that's just with some factors considering our wind, where our winds are coming from, and even the Saharan dust that we have. That's a small factor or ingredient to why our air is so much drier. So because of that, well, we're starting to see the drier air. And remember, drier air warms faster than moist air. So the drier the air we have, that's why we start to see those triple digits ramp up, because our air is not that moist and it just warms as soon as it feels that sun coming out. So here's the temperature trend for the next couple of days. And you can see why I said dry air warms faster, because look at our temperatures for the next couple of 10 days. I mean, we see triple digits all across the board, and if we're not at triple digits, well, we're just right under, maybe just touching it. 99 is coming up quite frequently for the next couple of days, but look over at Saturday. Get that small little chance for 94, which feels like 50 degrees to us when we have all of these triple digit temperatures. So overall, that'll be our next chance for some relief, and then we start to ramp it back up again. So here's that 10-day forecast for you, just to finish everything off. Have those triple digit days to get through, and then we get some rain, thankfully. And for the next couple of days, we'll start to see that rain come through for the weekend. And then moving on into next week, expect more sunshine and expect more triple digit days on the way. Thanks for tuning in to CBS 19 Plus, and stay cool out there.